All right, uncrating the enclosure. Comes on a pallet. There's gonna be some loose parts inside the pallet. Um, just unboxing it out of the crates. Door seals and front cover of the bottom. That's gonna go down, kind of down in this area once the cab is installed. Bag of hardware, miscellaneous nuts and bolts that you'll need. Be laying there. These are going to be the mounting brackets. Once we get it unpackaged, that's going to clamp around the roll bar of the tractor. Front supports between the front of the cab and the tractor frame. These are the door panels for if this enclosure is going to be put on a 900D, the bottom door panel. Go there, and inside this little package is the back panel that's going to kind of bolt back down in that open area that you see there. Last thing here at the front is the floor mat, or that'll sit on top of the footrest. There's also a couple other loose parts at the back of the pallet, kind of at the back door portion of it. Again, this is the kind of the step over piece as you open the door. It's going to secure the front of the cab to the tractor frame. These two pieces that you see bolted down right here to the pallet, these are going to also go to the front of the cab. They're just bolted to the back here for transportation purposes. They will be unbolted, that you see here, once we get the cab lifted and removed. So, but these will go towards the front and bolt more in these two areas right here. So, last thing you got is the two doors that are in the cab. There is a block kind of nailed down to the main pallet that will be removed. Such. And then lastly, the doors will come out through the side openings. Just like that. What you want to make sure of are these shipping and storage straps. Do not remove those from the B pillar and the A pillar. Leave it connected to the cab. It is secured down to the pallet here. You will remove this bolt here, and that will allow you to lift the enclosure up off of the pallet. But leave these straps on until the cab is fully mounted to the tractor frame. So after we get this last door removed, we will unbolt here again. It secures the cab to the pallet, and then also back here, these bolts here and over there. At that point then, you have a hoist of some sort, overhead hoist. You have these lift eyes that you can tie on a strap or chain to, and be able to lift the cab up off of the pallet. All right, breakout session of the fastener bags, miscellaneous nuts and bolts, hairpins, clevis pins, assortment of a lot of different fasteners. Also, it's in the bag is the filler plates that will be used if installing on a 700 series, just in front of the work lamps. The back two sets here are clamps, gonna bolt on clamps. That's gonna secure the front of the enclosure to the tractor frame. These will wrap around the square tubing that the footrest bumpers sit on. And last thing in the bag was the mounts that will bolt onto the back of the enclosure and secure, basically a wrap around the roll bar and clamp to the mounts that are already bolted onto the enclosure. The first step on the tractor side for the enclosure install is the mount brackets that wrap around the roll bar here, front and back side. Measurement will be 20 3/4 of an inch. Measure from the bottom of the roll bar, clear up top to the bottom of the mounting bracket here. Okay, I got the enclosure somewhat lifted up off the ground, getting ready to install it onto the tractor. There's a rear panel that's removable. Go ahead and remove that panel. And that will help open up more of the back side of the enclosure to come over the seat. Okay, so as you lower the cab down, this is kind of where it's nice. Remove that back panel piece area that you see here to clear the seat, front and the back side. You will get the back of the cab about right in this position here, and you'll have to lower it straight down to clear this back window that kind of comes up and over and also under the roll bar, and lower it down to where you have the weights somewhat resting on the ROP supports, and we'll secure loosely here on both sides, and then at the front we will have the front supports that will bolt on here and kind of come down underneath, and eventually we'll clamp around the square tubing at the bottom. So we'll get the back secured loosely, and then we will then tie into the front. Front support mounting brackets and plates that's going to basically join the front of the cab to this mount. It's secured two spots here. The tractor frame, there will be some rubber or plastic plugs that you will remove from the original frame of the tractor. Install 3/8 bolts here and here for this plate, and underneath, as it wraps around the square tubing, there'll be a filler panel, a filler plate, and then kind of clamping plate at the bottom. We'll do that on both sides, there and there. And then after that, there will be another transition plate again that will connect from here to the front bottom corner of the enclosure. Okay, now we've got the front transition support plate mounted in. You see here, again, connecting the front bottom corner of the A pillar down to the kind of step over tread plate that was bolted on previously here. That way it is secured. Come to the front, down here at the bottom. Notice the difference between the 2 different bolt heads. We do run very close here, so we're not able to run a flange head bolt, but they will secure here and then also here at the front side. And same situation over on the opposite side as well. Door installation is complete. Door already comes pre-assembled out of the crate. As you attach it to the B pillars back here, hinge brackets are already bolted to the cab enclosure. Just drop your clevis pin down through top and bottom side. One piece that you will have to possibly transfer over is the bottom door piece here. On a 900 series, you will have to take off the original door piece here. This is for a 700 series, and also transfer over the bulb seal. It seals along the back side and also up underneath here. This piece is smaller due to the larger drive tires on the 900 series. Inside, once you've got it hooked up on the hinges, there's a catch strap. Again, the strap is already attached to the cab out of the crate. Just drop your pin and your clip. Last fine tuning of adjustment will be possibly on the strike bar, moving it back or forth, depending on how the door closes. The door should close nice and tight and just have maybe a little bit of back and forth movement, and you can make that adjustment on the strike bar. So again, real simple, easy to install. Same procedure on the other door. Front lower panel install. You'll have 5 bolts in the front, and then 1 on each side there. There. Before you install the panel, you will need to remove the footrest extension. There's just a single bolt, carriage bolt, that holds the panel there in the front, and also on each side there. Come from the front, you can kind of see why, how close we get there. Once you have the front panel installed, there is a floor mat that will lay down on top of the front lower panel and footrest. Rear lower panel install, which is this panel that you see right here. 4 mounting holes, 2 on each side. Go ahead and install this panel first before you lower the enclosure down onto the tractor frame. Not a big deal if you don't. What you will run into is on the bottom mounting bolts here, and on the opposite side you have the ROPS bar right behind there, and you won't be able to get the bolt head in from the outside. So you will have to bring the bolt head in from the inside in order to install it at that point. Then also you have the removable panel, a couple swell latches, allow you to release and gain access to the radiator screen. Just a quick overview. Heater hoses as they come through your control panel. There will be Also some bulb seal that we'll install on the seat pan sides, both the back side and on both the other sides, that will seal down between the frame and the seat pan. When you uncrate the enclosure, there will be 3 separate pieces of bulb seal. These 3 pieces are going to go onto the bottom edges of the seat pan, both on the rear and the 2 sides. Installation of the bulb seal for the seat pan already installed here. Again, just pushes up against the back edge of the seat pan on the back side. What you can do over here on the right hand side, we have kind of cut it for room. If it's a unit or a tractor that's going to have the larger fuse block holder, we'll have to make room and clearance for it, but you can kind of see what it looks like on the right hand side. Over on the left hand side, it's all one piece from point A down to point B. And lower the seat. See how it seals up between the frame and also against the back lower panel across the back. Headlight cover installation. 2 bolts hit the bottom, bolt to the kind of front support plate for the front of the cab, right there below the tread plate. Will block the headlights when the light switch is turned on. Kind of keeps the glare and light down inside the cab. You will transfer the bulb seal from the other plates that come in the kit that would be installed if this was a 700 series. 900 series, will not use that extension plate. You will simply bolt the headlight covers directly to the support.